in company news, rather we see another CEO stepping down, and this time it's Telkom's chief executive, Nombulelo Moholi, who's set to step down before her contract expires. Appointed to the position in April last year, Moholi has given the fixed line operator 6 months' notice. Telkom ended the day down over 3% to 17.68 rand. For more, we're joined by Ernest Kaplan, Managing Director at Kaplan Equity Analysts. Was this a surprise?
Thanks, Bronwyn. Yes, a big surprise. In fact, I was actually busy reading the BCX results this morning, and I saw this announcement, and really it took me by surprise.
Is this the nail in the coffin for Telkom?
No, I don't think necessarily this event is the nail in the coffin, as you would say. I think it's just, tells us all that there's really no idea, well, no one knows what government's intention with Telkom is. And I'm not going to say I know exactly why she resigned, but one would speculate that she was unhappy with the dilly-dallying, I guess, of the future direction of the company.
Oh, dilly-dallying, look at that, gentlemen, 17.68 on the share price. Not even dilly-dallying, it's just heading for a nosedive. Viv, your thoughts on Telkom at this point?
Actually, I'm reasonably positive on the company. The reason being is that if this is the nail in the coffin, this beast will rise from the depths if it does get killed off. The reason
like a phoenix out of the ashes.
Like a phoenix out of the ashes. The reason being is there's just so much value in the company at the moment. It's so essential for South Africa's infrastructure. And if you look at it, I mean, the kind of money that would be required, for instance, let's just say one of the solutions is nationalization. The size of the bailout for SAA would be the amount of money government requires to nationalize this company. And I would think that Telkom is more essential to the operating of South Africa than I think SAA is. I mean, you have other operators out there. You could have perhaps British Airways or Emirates or whoever take up some of the slack, or Kolula, but you will not have anything that takes the place of Telkom. Even if you have a cell phone at the moment, you only use cell phones. It still requires Telkom infrastructure in order to get it going. And Telkom requires a massive amount of investment over the next couple of years, probably in the region of 20+ billion. And this is vastly larger than the company's market cap. If government's preventing a foreign owner from coming in and putting some money in, it has to take over it itself or do something similar.
Warwick, do you share Viv's positivity on this?
I think, to be quite honest, after they shot down the KT deal, I mean, it made a lot of sense, not only to necessarily get in that financial expertise, but I felt that there was a shareholder there who could add real value to the business. And after possibly, I think it was 9 months of negotiation, that was shot down with zero explanation, apart from some woolly political Orwellian speak type announcement. That doesn't encourage me at all.
Ernest, if we look at the Telkom landscape now, if I was Alan Not Craig in my position as CEO of Cell C, I would come up with something that would interest the market in terms of an aggressive move and some kind of tie-up with Telkom. Is that just naive thinking on my front, or do you think Alan Not Craig could be cooking up something here?
Short answer is
I'm naive.
No, I think you're thinking correctly, and there are quite a few combinations that could happen that could turn Telkom's fortunes around. But at the core, Bronwyn, the problem is we don't know as investors, and I'm sure a lot of Telkom people don't know what government's intention is going forward and what they intend doing with Telkom. And the longer we don't know, we as sort of minority investors are going to say, well, we'll rather put our money, say, in Vodacom or in other shares where it's pretty clear what's going on.
But if you're in there already at 17.68 or whatever it may be, surely it would be remiss now to bail. You've got to wait for some kind of value kicker to come to fruition.
Look, I'm not in, and I've been quite negative on Telkom for a while, purely because I just think, the way that things are going, it's very difficult for them. I do believe there are very good assets inside Telkom, and I think I can understand why some value investors are getting quite excited given the price is low. But I would say if you've got Telkom shares, sell them, put half of your money in MTN, half in Vodacom, and when this whole thing gets sorted out, you can then buy it back in. Probably it'll be half the price, or you can do something else with your money.